Hello everybody and welcome back to Emmy Lou Books. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you the books that I am currently reading. So the first book that I am reading is Gilmans Up by M.E. Gerard. This is a YA contemporary novel. I am only about 43 pages into it, but I have really high hopes. I'm really enjoying it so far. So this book follows a young girl called Pen. And Pen is in high school, she's a lesbian, and she really feels like the people around her just don't understand her. Her friends are constantly cracking jokes at her expense. She has a particularly tense relationship with her mother, who wants her to be a girly girl and wear girly clothes and have long hair, and that just isn't Pen. So Pen's frustration begins to grow and grow, and she's constantly trying to say to everybody, look, I might dress like a boy, but I'm not a boy, I'm a girl, and I'm very happy being a girl, so please just leave me alone. I studied gender as part of my course in university, so any book pertaining to that topic really intrigues me. If it sounds like something that might interest you too, I would definitely recommend picking it up. It is a really good read so far, and as I say, I have really high hopes for how it might end up. The second book that I am reading is Between the Blade and the Heart by Amanda Hocking. As I mentioned in my last video, Amanda Hocking really is an author that I feel is underrated. The last book I read by her was Freaks, and I wasn't overly impressed by it, but I am so glad with this book so far. I feel like it's Amanda Hocking back to what she does best. This book follows a girl called Malin, and Malin is a Valkyrie, which basically means that her job is to send immortals back to the underworld. Along the way, she meets a character called Asher, who is described as half human, half immortal, and he finds Malin and tells her that her mother was in part responsible for the death of his mother. So that's the bit that I've got to so far in the book, but so far I am really enjoying it. As I said, I feel like this is Amanda Hocking back to what she does best, and I would definitely encourage people to read this book, and anything by Amanda Hocking for that matter. That is Between the Blade and the Heart. So if it sounds like your kind of thing, I would definitely recommend giving it a go. The last and final book that I am currently reading is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I know I am a little bit late to the party on this one. To be perfectly honest with you, I was a little bit intimidated by the amount of books in the series because there are quite a few now, but I thought that I would finally bite the bullet and start, and I'm so happy that I did. I feel like when it comes to this kind of YA fantasy, Sarah J. Maas is an absolute genius at world building and character development. So this book follows a girl called Selena, and Selena is the ultimate assassin. So we meet Selena at the beginning of the story. She is in a prison-like camp, and she's tried to escape from this camp numerous times, but it hasn't really worked out. And anyway, she catches her big break, or she thinks she does, when the king approaches her and offers her a deal. And the deal is that if she goes with him and competes in these series of trials and wins against 23 other champions, warriors, then she will win her freedom after being the king's personal champion. So far I am absolutely loving this book. It has a lot of mystery going on around it as well, because after Selena agrees to this, she goes to the castle with the king and Dorian, the prince, who becomes a very important character later on in the book. And there are weird things happening in the castle. The champions / warriors begin to get killed off one by one, and Selena has got to try and figure out what's going on while also worrying about these trials and winning the competition. So there is one book before this called The Assassin's Blade, but I couldn't really be bothered to read it, and to be honest, I understand what's going on. There isn't really anything that's confused me so far, so if you do want to start this series but are intimidated by the amount of books, you can go ahead and skip The Assassin's Blade and start straight with Throne of Glass. I haven't had any issues with that, and so far I am absolutely loving it. I think I'm on page 250, and I cannot wait to see how it turns out. So that is it for today's video on books I am currently reading. Please let me know down below what books you are currently reading. I would love to know, and I will see you very soon for another video.